Serving up something sweet, here is the Sports Scoop. In today's episode, we are going to be talking about why the Dallas Mavericks will rank higher in the Western Conference and why they are such an underrated, deadly team. First off, as the time of this recording, they are in 8th place in the Western Conference with a record of 33-24. So I think they could potentially overtake the Clippers and rank number 4th. The Clippers are 37-19. As I stated, the Mavericks are 33-24. You really only need 5 or 6 wins to potentially rank up, or even 4. 4 will just give you that jump start, but 5 or 6 will guarantee that you go up at least 2 rankings to overtake the Pelicans and the Kings. But we're aiming for number 4 right now, because 4th place, that's really good. And the Clippers, they're a good team, yes, but James Harden has his moments, and the Clippers just aren't really as reliable, so I think they will have a losing streak. And the way the Mavericks keep on playing, they are going to overtake them. So I believe they will rank 4th because the Mavericks are just overall underrated, great, deep team. And by deep, I mean they have a great, deep roster. They have Derek Lively, Tim Hardaway Jr., Dante Exum, Josh Green, Derrick Jones Jr., Dwight Powell, and Jaden Hardy. And Maxi Kleber, he is a great power forward. He could shoot the rock. He could pass it. He's also good on defense. And then they have Prosper, which is their power forward too. Coming off the bench, he can score some great points, and he could be essential to the Mavs winning. And I can't even mention their deep roster without mentioning all-star Luka Doncic or Kyrie Irving. Now, Kyrie Irving has to be my favorite point guard of all time. I mean, his ability to handle the ball is just like Allen Iverson. If you watch Kyrie Irving and watch his highlights, it's just so magnificent and graceful. Like the way he moves. If you look at Allen Iverson too, even back then, they're basically the same, except Kyrie just has better mid-range, better three-point, because, now three-pointers are way more important. And Luka Doncic, man, he is a superstar. Needless to say, he is humble, he is great, he's overall a good person and basketball player. His shooting ability is great from deep three or mid-range, and his ability to finish at the rim is also excellent. Some steps to reach a higher rank could also be potentially trades. Now, their roster is great, like I stated, but Dwight Powell and Josh Green and Dante Exum even, they're good, but they're just not as great, I believe, for the Mavs. I believe they could suit another team. So for the trade deadline, they could trade them. They could trade them for higher draft picks. They could trade them for an all-star. They could trade them for a veteran, or they could trade them for a couple more key players that actually suit the Mavericks. So for these reasons, I believe the Mavs are serious contenders who are being slept on. They could reach a higher rank, such as number 4, if they make these changes, or even just change up their roster a little bit, or just overall keep doing what they're doing and play great basketball, because that's what they're meant to do, and that's what they've been doing. Thank you for listening, and that was your Sports Scoop hosted by Peter Liao.